Like I shared with some of you this morning as we launched the curtain raiser, that we've had a tragic air accident in India, lost a lot of lives. We don't know the numbers yet, details are still not available, but it's a tragedy, and thoughts and prayers with all those who are affected. And seriously, even as we are in the middle of creating this new arena, which really has a lot of potential for the future, we must take a moment to reflect on the situations of those who've been impacted by it. Now, let me welcome you formally to the Raisina Mediterranean. It's a project that's been long in the making, much longer than it should have been. But all it took was uh, a few hours of discussions between CMA, CGM, and us, and we were able to put this together in from announcement to implementation in less than 90 days. I was told by Tanya, who will speak to us shortly, that they got an Indian ship registered in 11 days. So I think both India and France are imbibing some German spirit here. And we are moving at alacrity and speed, which is unknown to both, but bodes well for the future. Uh, Let me first thank a few partners for making Raisina Mediterranean possible. Of course, Rodolphe Sade, who's going to be with us tomorrow, and he'll speak to us. He's been instrumental and a pillar of support for making this happen. Tanya is going to speak to us. She heads both the foundation and is the executive officer of the business group. And thank you, Tanya, for your support. Camille Andrew, in absence, I haven't seen her, but she's been monumental in her support. And of course, Ambassador Patrice, who's going to be with us through these 1.5 days. They kind of fashioned this event. Of course, a special thank you to the Ambassador of India to France, Ambassador Singla, to the Minister of External Affairs, Dr. Jaishankar, and to his policy planning team in Delhi for this partnership, for making India-France venture around Raisina possible. Uh, Tristan Arau from the Ministry of Europe and Foreign Affairs, and he's going to be with us speaking as well. And thank you very much to the French Foreign Ministry for this partnership. The minister is going to be joining us tomorrow morning, and we'll hear from him. The former ambassador of India to France, Ambassador Javed Ashraf, is also here. Thank you very much for your support in its formative weeks. And of course, the Consul General of India to Marseille. You were there at the very beginning as well. Must thank the chief of this venue, Tangram, where we are hosting this, Angelo. Thank you for hosting us and for the wonderful facilities and for everything else. And of course, to our partners, Airbus and the Bill Gates Foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, for lending support to this initiative. Let me also acknowledge with us in the audience, Minister Falzon from Malta. Thank you for joining us. And Minister Papanastasio, I hope I got the name right, from Cyprus, for being here with us. A lot of former head of states, Ambassador Nasheed, President Nasheed, President Joma. Thank you for being here as well, and lots of excellencies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, here is the goal. We have, in the last 6 to 8 months, seen a world in turbulence, both elected turbulence as well as turbulence imposed on us. But we have seen a meltdown of the old order. We have not yet seen any formal shape emerge of the new order. We have a lot of promise of economic potential of many regions in the world that are transforming, and we have uncertainty around the regulation and institutions that will manage that growth. In all of this, we truly believe, the organizers truly believe, that the Indian Ocean region and the Mediterranean will have to play a vital role in navigating us through these uncertain times. Europe and the emerging Asia, partners in the Middle East, will have to carve out and fashion an arrangement that will deliver growth and that will respond to the aspirations of the billions of young people in that part of the world that seek a better life. And this is their time, they truly believe. And this is therefore a moment for us to create the architecture, create the conversations, and create policies that will respond to it. And that is the purpose of this dialogue. We really want all of us to knock heads and look beyond the noise, not get distracted by all that is happening in certain parts of the world, and focus on what can be truly a more fulfilling tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us. I think there are 38 countries represented here through their wisdom and expertise in this room, and we look to and we lean on each of you to share your perspectives, share your ideas, and share your enthusiasm and energy for what will certainly be a future if we can grab it. Thank you for joining us, and a warm welcome to the Raisina Mediterranean.
Of course, I totally support what Samir Saran has said regarding this tragic accident. And my thoughts and prayers are with the families that are affected and, of course, the Indian government. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm very proud to welcome you today all at Tangram, here in Marseille, on behalf of my brother, Rodolphe Saadé, the chairman and CEO of CMA CGM Group. Mr. Minister Jai Shankar, it's a real honor to welcome you here in Marseille for the second time, after your recent visit to our city and to our head office alongside Prime Minister Modi. It was last February, and what a memorable visit it was. Your presence here today demonstrates even further the strength of your relationship with France. Dear Samir Saran, it is also a great pleasure to welcome you once more in Marseille after your latest visit a few months ago as the president of the Observer Research Foundation, the India's premier policy think tank. Today is a special moment, as we are hosting the Raisina Dialogue in France for the first time. And at CMA CGM, we are very proud that this first edition is being held in Tangram, this unique place. And you know, in just few days, we will be celebrating its first anniversary, since it was inaugurated by President Monsieur Emmanuel Macron last year. Tangram embodies the vision of Rodolphe Saadé to fast-track our innovation, to train our people with a unique learning experience, and to initiate dialogue and connect to people. From the very start, he imagined Tangram as an innovation center to connect worlds, build bridges, and open global conversations. And that resonates with the mission of the Raisina Dialogue. Look at us today here, so many officials, so many business representatives from all over the world. So what a promising event lies ahead, here at Tangram and here at CMA CGM. We are so proud to be part of this journey and to support the partnership between India and France. You know, our commitment to India is very deep and long-standing, since we have established our presence in the country in 1989. And over the past 30 years, we have been forging key partnership at every level to become today one of the largest shipping and logistics company in India with 17,000 staff members. And I'm very pleased today to have among us our two managing directors in India, Mr. Atit Mahajan and also Mr. Paras Rawal. Atit is on the shipping side, so looking after the business activities of CMA CGM in India, and Paras is on the logistic side, looking after Siva Logistics. So I'm sure you will be connecting with them later on. And this long-standing partnership entered a new phase last February, when Prime Minister Modi and President Macron visited the head office in Marseille. On that day, our chairman and CEO, Rodolphe Saadé, reaffirmed our commitment to supporting India's maritime vision, especially through the IMEC, the India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor, which will be, of course, central during all our discussion during these 2 days. And I can tell you that only 2 months after the visit of Mr. Modi, we have inaugurated for the first time the first CMA-CGM Indian vessel under an Indian flag with an Indian crew, the CMA-CGM Vitoria. And when we have signed the strategic partnership with Prime Minister Modi in February, we have made a shared commitment, not only to invest, but also to exchange ideas, to train people, and to be useful together. And being a family company, it involves very specific responsibilities for the environment, for peace, and also for solidarity. With our CMA-CGM Foundation, we mobilize our vessels, our containers, and our expertise to serve humanitarian causes across the world. And in India, we have been working with 2 major NGOs. The first one is CRY, and the second one is Salam Balak, to support over 3,000 children every year through education and social programs. And in 2025, we will go further, deploying in India our latest social innovation, the PharmaBox. It is a solar-powered mobile pharmacy designed to deliver medicine to crisis-affected areas. And we will be also signing very soon a partnership with the Indian Red Cross. So you see, it reflects what we believe, that logistics also could save lives, and that we have a duty to act. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, when my father, Jacques Saadé, left Lebanon during the war, and he created CMA in 1978, the adventure started with just 4 people and 1 vessel, linking Marseille to the Mediterranean, Livorno, Latakia in Syria, and Beirut in Lebanon. And he started the company with 2 intuitions. The first one, the container. And he saw the container as the future of international trade. The second intuition that he had was the globalization of economic exchanges. So the group started small, and in less than 40 years, it went from being a small startup to becoming the 3rd largest shipping company in the world. So from my father, Jacques Saadé, the visionary shaper, to my brother, Rodolphe Saadé, the bold entrepreneur and transformer, we have always been game changers. Because CMA-CGM is, above all, a story of passion, boldness, responsibility, and solidarity. It is also a story of a family business that believed in exchanges between people around the globe and across the oceans. So today I'm therefore very proud to open with you today this very first edition of Raisina, with such a large audience from so many countries that are also very strategic partners to our group. In these challenging times, this Raisina dialogue is more than welcome. To invent the world of tomorrow with more innovation, better supply chain, and balanced global trade. So we will have 2 intense, hectic days of brainstorming, connecting, exchanging. But I'm very confident that together we will be perfectly illustrating the purpose of our group. We imagine better ways to serve a world in motion. Thank you, bienvenue and namaste.